The town clock stopped 3 days ago, but it still chimes at midnight. Not 12 times, just once, just enough to wake something. Good evening, listeners. Whether you're out on the highway chasing something you cannot name or just listening for the comfort of another voice, welcome back. You're tuned to WHAT 98.1 AM, broadcasting from just north of the island. I'm Vera Lynn, and I'll be here as long as the signal holds. I came across something odd this week, a note tucked into an old broadcast log, dated wrong by about 40 years. On it, a rough sketch of a ship and a train, side by side, and just beneath them, written in block letters, Pulaski. If that means anything to you, well, then you're already part of it. Let's begin with a song that's never been able to stand still. This is Wanderlust King by Gogo Bordello. That was The Way by Fastball and Die Stadt with Witch Doctor, a road song and a warning in that order. If those two didn't rattle something loose, you might already be too far gone, or maybe you're just built for this kind of night. Speaking of, let's take a look at the weather. We've got an unusual weather pattern on our hands tonight. Instead of lightning striking from the clouds, bolts have been shooting upward from the ground. Reports are coming in from all over town of glowing symbols left behind where the strikes occurred, strange ruin-like shapes burnt into the soil or concrete. City officials are working with local meteorologists to investigate, and historian Francis Keats has joined the effort, noting similarities to an event occurring several decades ago. For now, residents are advised to avoid these glowing marks entirely as their effects are unknown. More updates will follow as we learn more about this strange weather. Until then, stay alert and stay safe. You're listening to WHAT, keeping nowhere informed around the clock. We've got another solid block of music coming up, but first, this message was sent to us by the Cathedral Basilica of the Eternal Repose in Sacramentum Mortis. They've asked that it be played without interruption. So, here it is.
In the stillness between bells, in the space between footsteps, in the hush before the final breath, there lives the sacred order. Let not your days grow loud, let not your hands disturb what lies beneath the hush. The Basilica reminds all souls in good standing, stillness is not emptiness. Quiet is not absence. Repose is not weakness. The hush is holy. The silence remembers. Listen well.
That was Gloves Off by Wolfman and Tyler Ballgame, In the Room Where You Sleep by Dead Man's Bones, and Atmosphere by Joy Division by request. A little swagger, a little haunting, and something that feels like falling through a mirror. Thanks to whoever called that last one in. You didn't leave a name, just the song. Sometimes that's all we need. Speaking of calls, I've got one waiting now. Let's see what the night's brought in. All right, caller, you're up.
Hey, could I request a song?
Of course. Late night dedications are always welcome. What are you in the mood for?
It's called Ghosts by Japan. It's kind of old. I don't know if you've...
We've got it. It's not a common request, but it's here. Anyone you want to dedicate it to?
No, I mean, not really. She might be listening, so... yeah, no.
Well, she has excellent taste. Want to tell me why that one came to mind tonight?
She and I, we've always hung out since we were kids. She's into music, comics, old horror movies, always has been. Lately it just feels different. I don't know why.
Different how?
She hasn't changed, not really, but I've been noticing things, not just about her, about everything. Town feels louder. Not in a noise way, just like there's more under the surface than there used to be. And I think we're seeing more of it now.
Any idea what brought the change?
My grandma's been renting out the garage apartment. This girl moved in a few weeks ago, quiet, kind of intense. She sleeps weird, sometimes not at all. And she'll vanish for a day, and it turns out she's just asleep somewhere. But it's more than that. She notices things. Like she sees what's underneath, even when the rest of us don't. And now that she's here, it's like we could see it too.
She sounds aware, and not easily frightened.
Yeah, she's not scared of any of it. Last week we heard something in the woods. It was late, real late. Something was moving out there, big, wrong. She didn't flinch. She just walked toward it, and we followed her.
Even the ones who see what's coming don't always know where it leads, but there's courage in that.
Maybe, I think the girl I told you about, she's always had that in her too. I guess I just didn't see it before.
It sounds like you're seeing a lot more clearly these days. Maybe she is too.
I hope so. Thanks for playing the song. I gotta go now. Bye.
For those who have always been just a little out of step, who carry the quiet things no one else sees, this one's for you.
All Night Video has been serving nowhere since 1983. New releases, old favorites, staff picks, and of course the ones we keep behind the counter for reasons we don't always remember. This week though, we're bringing back that Red Tag special. Rent one tape and you get a Red Tag title free. They're not in the catalog and you won't find them twice, but the regulars know the shelf. Most of them play fine. If not, let us know. We'll follow that report. Again, All Night Video. Please be kind, please rewind, and please don't keep the tape past Sunday.
That was Sweet Jane by Cowboy Junkies, just after When Your Number Isn't Up by Mark Lanigan. Two songs that take their time. They don't rush to the point, they let it find you. Sometimes that's the only way the message gets through. You're listening to WHAT 98.1 AM, and it's a quiet night. The kind where things stir just behind the veil, just out of sight. Looks like we've got another call on the line. Let's see what the night's holding now. Caller, you're on the air.
Oh, hey, Vera. I found someone. Not like Tom. Not dead. But he knows something. I saw him 2 nights ago, standing by the old water tower. He wasn't supposed to be there. I know this town. He doesn't belong here.
And how do you know that?
He didn't have a shadow. Not one. Full moon overhead, nothing beneath him. He was wearing this old black coat. Looked like it had been buried and dug back up. I called out to him and he turned. His eyes, Vera, they weren't eyes, just reflections, like looking into a pond where something deep lives.
No shadow and eyes like reflections. That sounds familiar. Not recent, but it's not the first time someone's called about something like that. Last time the description was almost the same. Coat, too. But that was years ago, long before you found Tom.
I asked him if he knew how to bring someone back. He said, "You're chasing echoes of a woman who turned her face from the light. She walks behind time, and time doesn't follow her." Then he looked past me, like something else was listening, and said, "If you find the broken mirror, you'll know you're close, but don't look into it." And then he was gone. Just blinked out, like he stepped off the edge of the world.
The mirror part worries me. It's come up before, though not always broken. If he looked past you, something else may have been close enough to listen.
He left something behind. A feather, burnt at the edges. It smells like iron and myrrh. I think, it's a sign. I think I'm close. Whatever she is, she didn't mean to bring him back, which means someone could do it on purpose.
It's easy to get pulled in when something answers back, but the line between seeking and surrendering, it blurs fast. Be sure you're the one asking the questions.
I'm going back to the tower. If I see him again, I'll follow, even if it's not through this world.
Then be careful where you step. Not every path brings you back, but if you're still listening, we'll leave the signal on. Some calls stay with you, not because of what was said, but because of what wasn't, because of the silence that follows. I hope he's not alone out there, but I think he might be. We're getting close to the end of tonight's broadcast. A few more minutes, a few more notes. Let's carry that last story into the dark with us. This is Seven Devils by Florence and the Machine. That was Love is Strange by Mickey and Sylvia, right after So Come Back, I Am Waiting by Orgoville River. One song stood in the doorway and didn't blink, the other danced straight through it. Strange pairing, maybe, but the heart wants what it wants. And tonight, it sounds like someone else out there wants to be heard. Let's take a call.
Ah, yes. Good evening. Long-time listener, first-time caller. You can call me Elliot.
Welcome, Elliot. What would you like to share with us tonight?
I've been noticing a pattern. Not a new one. It's older than the town, maybe. It's just been dormant.
A dormant pattern?
Yes, I've kept records for years. Thought maybe I was overreacting, seeing shapes and clouds, but something's changed. That woman who called last week, the one with the file, that file was sealed, triple classified, not just physically. It shouldn't have been opened unless someone tampered with the redundancies or found a way around them.
You're saying the broadcast was tampered with?
I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe it's being echoed. Do you know what sympathetic resonance is?
Humor me.
When two systems, two frequencies align, they start to mirror each other, even if one was never supposed to. It's how bridges collapse in wind. It's how locked rooms get opened. That's what I think is happening. It's using the signal, not just listening, responding.
And this has happened before?
No, not like this. Not this frequency. I think he's here. The one who asks questions but never listens for answers. The one with the friendly voice.
I see.
Do you? I don't. I don't see the end of this. But I'm starting to see the shape of the fall. I shouldn't have called on air. I'm sorry. I think she was the message, not the messenger.
Noted. Anything else?
If it starts speaking through them, don't answer. Not directly. Vera, I never filed that protocol. You know that, right?
Of course. Thank you, Elliot.
Please burn this tape.
That's the kind of call that doesn't end when the line goes quiet. It lingers in the corners of the room, in the way the air feels heavier than it did before. Some of you know what I mean, and some of you will, soon enough. There are patterns we aren't meant to notice, and frequencies that only wake up when someone speaks their name out loud. I don't recommend it. If something has started listening, all we can do is keep our signal steady, keep the records clean, and hope that redundancies hold. We're coming to the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you for staying with us, especially now. If you're holding on to a memory that doesn't fit or a name you can only remember in dreams, write it down. Not for proof, just in case someone else needs it later. This is WHAT 98.1 AM transmitting from just north of the island. I'm Vera Lynn. Until next time, good night.
Hey, it's Dustin. If you're still listening, that means something to us. This show is held together by string and static and people like you. So if you liked what you heard tonight, do us a kindness, subscribe, leave a review, or share the signal with someone who likes strange things. And if you want to help us keep the station running, come find us on Patreon. That's how we keep the lights on, the stories coming, and the static from swallowing us whole. Appreciate you. See you next time.